Hello there and welcome to today's class. For this class, we're discussing about the concept behind the case 2 under the concept of integration of trigonometric function using the concept of trigonometry identity. In our last class, I told you that there are about 4 cases for this concept here. We have discussed about the case 1 under this concept. If you have not watched our last class on the case 1 of this concept, simply click on the link you see above you here. So that link there will take you to our first class on integration of trigonometric function using trigonometric identity for case 1. For this class, we're talking about the case 2 that governs this concept. The case 2 that governs this concept. What's the concept behind the case 2? All right, I'll give you an integration now of this case 2 form. So the form becomes, if I have the integral of cos ax sine bx with respect to the x. I'm taught to integrate something of this nature. So how do you solve a problem such as this? So for the case 1, it was sine before cos, but in this case 2 now, I'm seeing cos before sine. So what will be the mathematical expression for this one? I gave it for the last class when sine was here and cos was here. I gave it for the last class. For this one now, this becomes the mathematical expression for this question becomes 1 over 2, which is half integral into sine a plus b of x, next up, minus sine a minus b of x with respect to the x. The difference between the first one, the case 1 last class, was that sine was here and cos was here, and the expression is still the same thing, but the thing that changed there is minus. For last class, when sine was here and cos was here, it was plus, but this one now, cos is here, sine is here. The idea is that just change this one to what? To negative. So I have this one here. So let's take a problem. All right, for this condition here, the value of a must be greater than what? Than b. So a must be larger in value, while b must be what? Lesser in value. Let's take a problem to further explain this concept. If I'm trying to integrate cos 11x sine 5x dx, how do I solve this? Observe that in this case here, I can't start saying let u to be cos 11x, all those stuff. No. What's the concept here? This one becomes the idea of what? Integration of trigonometric function using what? Trigonometric identity. That's the concept here. So of course, observe that this is cos, sine, cos, and sine. Observe that a, which is 11 here, is bigger than what? B, which is what? 5 here. So I can apply this technique. So for this technique here, apply this technique here. First, let's get a. A is what? 11, and b is what? Is 5. No problem. All right, so if I want to solve this one now, I need to recall this man. So the idea of solving any problem under integration of trigonometric function is that, can you recall the mathematical expression? All right, for this one now, I will have it to be equal to 1 over 2 integral into, we said sine comes first, sine a plus b, that becomes 11 plus 5, 11 plus 5, then x at the back, minus, as you can see here, this is sine, I have sine here, into a minus b becomes 11 minus 5 of x, all into what? The x. At this point, what's your next task? I have 1/2 integral. Please try to watch our first class on what's it called, on case 1 before you dive into case 2. Try to watch our first class on case 1. Very, very important. Why? Because I showed you two shortcuts. If I have integral of sine 3x dx, I show you shortcut of solving this one last class. If I have integral of cos 3x dx, I show you shortcut to solve this one here. So what's the shortcut? Before I continue with this, I said for this one now, this becomes, if I integrate sine, initially I'll have what the minus cos. So if I integrate sine 3x, I'll have what the minus cos 3x. All over differentiate 3x, I'll have 3 plus c. That's all. For this one here, its concept is quite simple. Integrate cos 3x, I'll have the sine 3x. All over differentiate 3x, I'll have 3 plus c. This becomes the shortcut I explained last class. So I purposely discuss this one. So for us to we are going to pass through some concepts here using this idea. Yeah. So I have so what our last class. So for that I understand this concept, I have integral into what the sine 11 plus 5, that will give 16. 16x. This x here is this. All right, minus, this is sine 11 minus 5 will give 6x. Right, this is 11 minus 5 will give 6. Next up, this x is this one into what the x. At this point, what's your next task? Obviously my next task is quite simple. I'll use 1/2 an integral to multiply this one, attach the s to it. So pick out 1/2 the integral, this one here, multiply with this sine 16x, attach the x to it. I'm done. This is minus, I have minus sign here. Pick out half an integral symbol with this one here, sine 6x, attach the x to it. I'm here. Of course, at this point here, what's your next task? All right, at this point here, your next procedure is quite simple. My next task now is to start integrating. So it is equal to 1/2, which is half, into, if I integrate sine 16x, observe please, if I integrate sine 3x, I'll have what the minus cos. Repeat that 3x here. So if I integrate sine 16x, I'll have what the minus cos 16x. All over what the this 16. I'm done with this one. I'm done with this. Minus, I have a minus sign here. This is half again, 1/2 into what? Integrate sine 6x. All I get there, minus cos 6x. All over what there? All over 6. Next up, plus c. Let's get the final answer, please. From here, my final answer becomes something of this nature. All right, for me now, I'll have that is equal in value to half. So all right, 1 times minus cos 16x will give minus cos 16x, all over 2 times 16 is give 32. I'm done with this. Minus minus is plus. Of course, observe, minus minus will give plus. 1 times cos 6x will give cos 6x, all over 2 times 6 is 12. I have 12 here. Next up, plus c. This becomes my answer after solving this problem using the concept of case 2 under the idea of integration of trigonometric function using trigonometric identity. Next class, we'll discuss about the case 3 that guides or perhaps govern this concept.